Back at Daytona, still working caution for the 5th time tonight. And we went away a moment ago. There was some discussion about some of these guys that did not pit, and they made a decision as the 60 car came down pit road for 4 tires. And the word was that he had a right front tire possibly going down.
Yeah, it looks flat. They came in the pit stall right there. We heard on his radio that he kind of wanted tires, but looks like they're forced now into putting tires on that car. Dave?
Yeah. There's a gash down here, guys. We're going to have it turn around here just to show it. Carl did report during that car, there it is right there, that he ran over some debris, and when that car came down pit road, sure enough, that right front tire was flat. But Carl had been wanting to talk his crew chief into coming down and putting on 4 tires anyway. Around this time of the race, after that last caution, he said, you know, if we get down to that point, let's come and take some. He wanted the fresh rubber big time.
Well, now he gets it.
Yeah, and sometimes as a driver, if you don't get the response from your crew chief that you want, you find something to run over. There's always something laying out there most of the time. So.
I don't think those drivers can stand that there's one extra set of tires laying on pit road and there's only 19 laps to go.
Michael Annette, who had already gone down a lap once and got back on the lead lap and into the top 5, now goes behind the wall. By the way, a moment ago when Carl Edwards came down pit road, so did Kevin Harvick in the 33 car and Casey Kane. All those cars on the lead lap and now with fresh rubber.
Well, let's see what they can do with it. They're going to line up pretty far back because of pitting so late. You can see the 38 car in 6th spot. Now he's made a big charge up through there, Jamie.
He has, but bad news, Andy. He just reported he's lost 3rd gear. They have notified the spotters. David Gilliland in the 42 will line up behind him, notifying him, guys, this could not come at a worse time. Jason Leffler was just on the move.
Well, that's going to be tough because they'll restart in 2nd gear here, right, Dale? And
that's right, yeah.
What do you do if you do have no 3rd?
You wind it out in 2nd, and then you got to be very careful that you make sure that you get it over into 4th and don't come back, you know, to 2nd again and miss that gear.
While you're waiting on people to run over you from behind.
Yeah, but you're going to lay back a little bit and give yourself a little bit of room. Try to get over into that 4th gear a little bit soon, and that way you might get a little bit of a push without stacking everybody up behind you.
You saw the head nodding back and forth. Scott Zipadelli, the crew chief, they have done a phenomenal job. You talked about 11 consecutive top 10 finishes, 2 second-place finishes, and they thought they were going to have a car that could contend late tonight, and they have gotten up there.
They still might.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just going to be tough on this restart.
This 12 car is rookie Justin Allgaier, and a lot of wheeling and dealing going on there, Shannon.
That's right, Doc. What an impressive run for Justin Allgaier, but what's even more impressive is the radio chatter. His spotter is working out deals with some of the veterans on the racetrack. Before that last restart, it was Kevin Harvick in the 33. He said, Harvick, I'll go wherever you go. Harvick said, as long as you push straight. Now, Justin Allgaier is making a deal with the 18 team of Kyle Busch. They said that they will stick with Kyle to the end. They'll push him as far as he needs to go.
Now the question is, will they honor the commitment? DJ, what do you feel when you're trying to make a deal with a rookie like it? Even though he's a talented rookie, he's still a rookie here at Daytona.
Well, the thing is, the deals they're making is they're going to push other people. So you like that idea. You don't mind that if a guy's going to help you. It's if you're trying to help the 12. And we have some radio from Kyle Busch here.
Hey, this 12 is going to stay with you. Captain and Crazy both have said he's with us to the end. You know, try not to ditch him, but he'll push as much as he can. He said they just need to finish. I'm like, we need to finish. So.
I'd say all bets are off when they get to turn 3, come to the checker, but it's a good plan to get there.
And the other thing is, these guys know that 12 is a fast race car. They've seen him up front the entire night. He's done a good job while he's been up there. So, hey, he's got this time under his belt. Let's give him a chance.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier, by the way, 7th in the point standings, right behind the points leader. And we might mention the 20 car. Joey Logano now being shown in 7th position, our most recent Sprint Cup winner last week at New Hampshire.
Yeah, David Gilliland doing a really good job in that 42 car. You know, he started up in the top 10 tonight. Still has that car in the top 10, running in the 8th spot.
Front row, Clint Boyer, Kyle Busch, and by the way, the last 4 times they have run nationwide cars here, listen to Kyle Busch's finish. He won in July of 07, 2nd in February of 08, 2nd in July of 08, and 4th this past year. Hadn't finished worse than 4th in the last 4 races.
We've seen that inside lane have the advantage on these first couple of laps. Let's see if Kyle Busch can keep that car up front there and try to contend for the lead.
Keep an eye on the 38 car. Remember, no 3rd gear. Watch the restart for Leffler.
Yeah, you can see that he's getting passed by David Gilliland there. But that's not going to hurt him running too bad. As long as we don't have a caution late in this, that's whenever it's going to affect him the most. He'll be able to get back up to speed. As a matter of fact, you can see the 42's not even going to be able to get by. Jason can fall in line on the inside.
Yeah, I think he did a great job with not having a third gear, and they had a good plan, and it worked out.
Kyle Busch able to pull away a little bit from Allgaier, and now the deal is working as Allgaier has caught him. But look at Clint Bowyer just rocketing by on the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, here comes David Reagan, too. We talked about he had tires on 2 cautions ago. Now he's up with Justin Allgaier.
I'll tell you somebody else that has tires is Joe Nemechek in that red 87.
Now Leffler, see him the right side of your screen. He's back up to speed right in behind David Reagan. Folks, this is going to be one heck of a shootout here these final 17 laps.
Here comes Keselowski now working the outside lane. Haven't seen a lot out of him tonight, but we know he's got a fast car.
That's a little surprising right there. He'd make that move in. I thought he might hang with that Chevrolet since Bowyer's car's been so strong. He was ready to make the move and try to get to the front. We heard Dale Jr. say early before this race started he'd like to be out front.
Now David Reagan has turned left and gone all the way down the inside lane and tried to get by that way.
See some of the windshield tear-offs blowing off the cars down the backstretch.
Some of these guys are going to try to start utilizing that middle too to make their way back up. You see Carl Edwards, who came in and got tires, trying to make his way back to the front. He's up on the high side.
So is Kevin Harvick, and the right side of your screen there's Harvick trying to make down the middle of the racetrack. Casey Kane is there right in front of Harvick.
Carl Edwards has already made up 10 spots.
Yeah, and he has a teammate working behind him, so that's always nice when you have that situation when you're trying to go forward. See, Carl's going to go to the inside, or to the middle.
Update to 33, Kevin Harvick. Shannon.
Well, he's been battling tight conditions all night, guys. You said he restarted this restart 23rd. You thought that may have been a problem for him. Not so. He restarted the last time 23rd. That was because he had to be on pit road for some fender damage. Right now, that 33 car is pretty stout.
Look at Michael Waltrip working the outside with all that damage on the right side.
See, he and Stephen Wallace both in there with damage to their cars.
Here comes Harvick. He's got a strong car. He got tires.
See Jason Leffler trying to work the middle, trying to get somebody to go with him up through the center.
He's found somebody. Harvick's there.
Leffler, by the way, will share that car with Casey Kane in 2010. It was announced today, just before the race began. There is Harvick. Michael Waltrip getting a push from behind by Stephen Wallace. Great racing here in the final laps at Daytona.
It's hard to believe that 99 car can be that strong in this pack with that much damage.
Michael has gotten all the way back to 15th position.
Now we see Jason Leffler down to the inside. He really doesn't have any help down there now.
Here's Vickers working the bottom side of the racetrack. You see Bowyer now, he just works both lanes there. He's kind of working the top, now he's working the bottom.
Here's Joey Logano. He's found his way to the front of that outside line.
There's the 12 car still behind the 18. He said he would stay there.
They're going the wrong direction here.
And this is Carl Edwards we're riding with. He started way back on this restart.
Yeah, and that's not always a bad thing, though. We're not even inside of 10 laps left. I like to be going forward when you get down to those last 5 or 6 laps.
It does seem like it's timing of the surge that gets you there.
Let's update David Reagan on the 60, I should say. Dave.
Yeah, the 60 car of Carl Edwards, and he radioed his crew when he started 21st in this pack here. He said, as long as it stays green, we're going to be fine. Remember, he begged for those tires, and when he had the problem with the left front, that gave them the opportunity to put on fresher rubber than most of the other drivers.
Dave, I think tires are going to make the difference in this thing. Those guys are coming.
Yeah, you could see David Reagan has literally pushed the one car out of the way. He couldn't go that fast. Just moved him.
And now Reagan is there, and his teammate Carl Edwards behind him as they are moving in on the second place car of Vickers. There's the high line. Joey Logano in the 20 and Brad Keselowski in the 88.
Oh, Carl Edwards into the 6 car.
Nice save.
He had a really big run trying to go to the inside of David Reagan.
Still a lot of time left. We've got 12 laps to go. I'd be telling my driver, be calm now. I know you want to get there, but try to get this thing to the finish.